Let's dive into the world of string algorithms. In this module, we're focusing on efficient pattern matching techniques. The algorithms we'll be covering are the Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm, the Rabin-Karp algorithm, and the Z algorithm. First, let's understand the basics of pattern matching. The main problem we are trying to solve is to find all occurrences of a pattern, which we'll call P, inside a larger text, which we'll call T. If the text has a length of n, and the pattern has a length of m, a naive approach would take on the order of n minus m plus 1, multiplied by m time complexity. However, we can do better than this using specialized algorithms. The code on the right shows the naive approach to pattern matching. We define a function called naive pattern match that takes the text and the pattern as inputs. It then checks every possible starting position within the text to see if the pattern matches. If a match is found, the starting index is added to a list of matches, which is then returned. Now let's explore the Knuth-Morris-Pratt, also known as KMP algorithm. The KMP algorithm eliminates unnecessary comparisons by using information about the pattern itself. It was created by Donald Knuth, James Morris, and Von Pratt in 1977. This algorithm achieves a time complexity of order of n plus m. It uses a pre-processing step that builds a partial match table, also called a failure function or LPS, which stands for longest proper prefix, which is also a suffix array. The KMP algorithm avoids backtracking in the text by remembering previously matched characters, making it particularly efficient when the pattern has repeated subpatterns. In the diagram, we are trying to find a pattern ABABD inside a text ABABCABABD. In the first attempt, we find a mismatch at the character C in the text and D in the pattern. Instead of shifting the pattern by just one position like the naive approach, the KMP algorithm uses the information from the LPS array to make a smarter shift, skipping unnecessary comparisons and aligning the pattern to a more promising position. Let's delve deeper into the KMP algorithm and understand the role of the LPS array. The LPS at index I is equal to the length of the longest proper prefix of pattern from 0 to I, that is also a suffix of pattern from 0 to I. This array helps determine how many characters to skip when a mismatch occurs. For example, consider the pattern ABABCABAB. The corresponding LPS array would be 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The code on the right shows how to compute the LPS array. We initialize the LPS array with zeros and then iterate through the pattern, updating the LPS values based on whether the characters match or not. Now let's take a look at the full KMP algorithm. The function KMP search takes text and pattern as input. It first computes the LPS array using the compute LPS function. It then iterates through the text and pattern, comparing characters and updating indices based on matches and mismatches. When a complete match is found, the starting index is stored, and the algorithm continues to look for further matches. The algorithm has a time complexity of order of n plus m, where n is the text length and m is the pattern length. It requires a space complexity of order of m for the LPS array. The KMP algorithm requires pre-processing the pattern only once, even for multiple searches, and it never backtracks in the text string. It returns all occurrences of the pattern, not just the first one, and is especially efficient for repeated patterns. Let's explore the Rabin-Karp algorithm. Rabin-Karp uses hashing to find patterns in text efficiently. It was developed by Michael O. Rabin and Richard M. Karp in 1987. The average case time complexity is order of n plus m, while the worst case is order of n multiplied by m. The algorithm uses a rolling hash function to compare the pattern with the text, which is especially useful for multiple pattern searching, and is used in applications such as plagiarism detection and bioinformatics. The diagram illustrates the hash-based matching process. Each substring of the text and the pattern are converted into hash values. The algorithm then compares these hash values to find potential matches. A rolling hash function allows the algorithm to efficiently compute the hash value of the next window, based on the previous one in constant time, order of 1. Now let's look at the Rabin-Karp implementation. The function Rabin-Karp takes text and pattern as inputs. A prime number, which is 101, is used for hash calculation. The algorithm calculates the hash value for the pattern and the first window of text. It then slides the pattern over the text one by one, checking if the hash values match. If they do, it verifies the characters one by one to confirm the match. For each subsequent window, it calculates the hash using the rolling hash technique. The rolling hash formula, hash of s from I plus 1 to I plus m, is equal to d multiplied by hash of s from I to I plus m minus 1, minus s at I multiplied by h plus s at I plus m mod q. Here, d is the alphabet size, which is 256, h is d to the power of m minus 1 mod q, and q is a prime number. Now let's explore the Z algorithm. The Z algorithm is a linear time pattern matching algorithm that uses the Z array. It has a time complexity of order of n plus m, where n is the text length and m is the pattern length, and a space complexity of the same order. The algorithm defines a Z array where z at I is the length of the longest substring starting at position I that is also a prefix. It does not require preprocessing and directly computes matches, making it useful for self-similar strings and applications in text processing and bioinformatics. In the example for the string AABAACD, the Z values are calculated. Z at 1 is 1 because A matches the first character. Z at 2 is 0 because B does not match the first character A. Z at 3 is 2 because A matches the prefix A, and so on. Now let's look at the Z algorithm implementation. The function calculateZ takes a string as input and calculates the Z array. The algorithm uses a sliding window approach to compute the Z values, efficiently updating the window based on previous calculations. For pattern matching, we concatenate the pattern a special character such as a $sign and the text. Compute the Z array for the concatenated string, and if Z at I is equal to the length of the pattern, then the pattern occurs at index I minus the length of the pattern minus 1 in the text. For example, if pattern P is ABC and text T is ABCABDABC, the concatenated string would be ABC$ABCABDABC. The Z array for this string would be 0000300100300. Since Z at 5 and Z at 11 are equal to 3, which is the length of P, matches are found at positions 0 and 6. Now let's compare the string algorithms we've discussed. The table provides a comparison of the KMP, Rabin-Karp, and Z algorithms, outlining their time complexity, space complexity, pros and cons, and best use cases. KMP has a guaranteed linear time complexity, order of n plus m, and never backtracks in the text, but is more complex to understand and is best for patterns with repetitive structures. Rabin-Karp has a simple implementation and is great for multiple patterns, but has a worst-case time complexity of order of n multiplied by m due to possible hash collisions, and is best used for plagiarism detection and substring search in documents. The Z algorithm has no preprocessing step and is linear time, but higher space usage, and is best used for text processing and self-similar patterns. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.